Welcome to the second episode of the electricity series, and let's set up our power component. So under the content folder, component folder, have our power component, and let's start setting it up. First, let's create a variable. Let's call this power type, and this is going to be our power type enumerator. Then we're going to need a power output, which is going to be a float value representing how much power is getting output, and the same thing is going to happen for our power input. Now, one more variable is going to be our connections. These are going to be the connections between the actors. This is our S power connection structure, and this is going to need to be an array because every single pole might have multiple cables coming out of it. And the last one is going to be the has power, and this is going to be a Boolean single value representing whether this specific actor has power. Now we're going to need a few functions. The first one, we're going to need to add connection. Then we're going to need to find a connection. And also we're going to need to remove a connection. Let's start off with the find because both of the other ones are going to need this function. So single input, which is going to be a connect, and this is our power connection structure type, like so. And so over here, what we want to do is we want to grab all of our connections. We want to do a loop through all of them, like this. And then so we're going to break the array element, break this one. Then we're going to grab our connection input. So we're going to do get connect. It says F function parameter. We're going to break this one as well. And so we're going to check if the other actor from our already existing connections is equal to the one that we are providing it. And also we're going to check if the cable is the same as well. Now we're going to do an AND between both of these to make sure that both of these are true. And then if both of those are true, we are going to go ahead and return, and we're going to return two values. So first output is going to be found, which is going to be a Boolean value, and the second one is going to be an index, which is going to be an integer value. So if this is true, found is going to be checked to be true, and the index is going to come from our array index. Realign, reconnect this, reroute. We're good on that one. And the next one is, once we are done with the loop, and if we never get to this return node, if we can never find the correct connection, we're going to do another return node. But this time we're going to leave it empty. We're going to leave it at false, so that we know that we didn't find this connection. Now let's go to our add connection next. Same input again. It's going to be called connect. It's going to be our power connection structure. Over here, what we're going to do is we're going to grab our find connection function. We don't necessarily need the execution pins, so I'm just going to select this function and make this into a pure one, like this. Connect the connection. And we're going to do an if, to see if we actually found this connection inside of our connection arrays. Now, if it is false, if we haven't found it, we're going to grab our connections. We're just going to add a new entry. And the element is going to be, we're going to get our connect input from the function, like this. That's going to be our add function. Now let's set up the remove function. Again, same input. Connect with a power connection structure type. Again, first we're going to try and find it to see if we have one. We're going to do an if. And if we do have it, what we're going to do is we're going to grab our connections and we're just going to simply remove index. From true, removing the index, and the index comes from the find connection. Now, one more thing is this is just going to remove the connection. Well, we also will want to remove the cables at the same time because we're going to be destroying the actors and the cables are going to be getting destroyed automatically once the actors are gone. So what we're going to do over here is we're going to grab our connections once more. We're going to get a copy from this found index. We're going to go ahead and break this structure, and we're going to go ahead and destroy the cable actor. Now we're going to do this before we remove the index so that this value is still valid. Otherwise, we're going to remove the entry and, well, we're going to be losing the reference. So we want to make sure we destroy the cables before we remove the data from the connections, like so. Now, let's select our has power. And what we want to do over here is we want to change replication rules, regardless if this is single player or multiplayer, because Unreal Engine doesn't have a on variable changed event. So what we're going to do is instead we're going to set a rep notify. So what this does is automatically creates as a function, and once this variable gets changed, it is automatically going to go ahead and launch this one. So what we want to do actually here is we want to call out a BPI toggle machine. Now we're going to only set this variable inside of the machines that actually care for whether they have power or not. And so this component, that specific actor, any of our light poles, any of our consumers, is going to have this power component, and it is going to be like the owner of this component. So what we want to do is we want to get the owner. Make sure your content sensitive is enabled, so you get the component owner, not the actor owner. We need the component owner. That's going to be our target, and the value is going to be our has power, like this. There we go. So that is it for our power component, as simple as that. All the logic that's going to be needed for it. Let's go ahead, let's open up our actors now for a second. First, let's go to our generators. Let's grab our master generator. And once we select the power component, now we can see the variables that we have created. We're going to change the master generator's power type to be electric generator. We're going to save that and close it. We're going to do similar thing to our consumer master. Our consumer master power components power type is going to be electric consumer. Now what this does now is that once we open a child class, let's say our light pole, automatically the power components power type is set to consumer. Now, but this child class also needs to specify how much power it needs. So this one needs a power input to be working. So under the power input, we're going to set this to be like, let's say 10. And we're going to need the same for our child class generators. So our small generator, power component, power output, let's say, is going to be like 100. So we're going to be able to plug in 10 light poles to a single small generator. And what I'm noticing is that they all have ticks enabled on the power component. So what we can actually do is reopen our power component and just disable the tick. Under the class defaults, tick disabled. We don't need that. It's not necessary. Okay, so that's done. Let's see what else we got. That's about it for that power component. Now let me just show you real quick that even regardless that this is a single player, it's still gonna function the way it needs to. So under our light pole, we can go ahead and call our BPI toggle machine function. And over here, let's grab our light and let's do set visibility. Connect it up and connect the has power to the new visibility. Now, if you have a more complex machine that needs to perform some tasks or whatever, this is where you're going to put that code. For me, it's very simple. It's just a light on and off. Let's go to viewport real quick. We have our light turned on. Let's select our point light and let's set its visibility by default to be false, so that by default it is not turned on, so that it only turns on once we give it power. Now to test if this actually does function in single player, let's go to our power component and under the begin play, let's do a small little delay of, let's say, like 4 seconds, and then let's set our has power to be true. And let's bring in a light pole into our level. Press play. Let's find it. It's not on. And There we go. It turns on automatically, even though this is a single player standalone. Now let's remove this. We don't want it to turn on its own from the power component, and everything else seems to be good. So that's going to be it for our power component, and in the next episode, let's set up our build component so we can actually place actors in the world. See you then.